as I open it up, the very first thing that is here is the Get Started manual. This is going to include conversions. This is going to include initial setup, how you use the interface on the actual air fryer, all of that sort of stuff. So it's helpful information in here. And then you have the frying grate right here, which this is going to go in the bottom of the actual frying basket. This is something that you're going to want to clean and season. I'll talk about seasoning an air fryer in just a second, which is an important step of getting a new air fryer and putting it to use. Now, first on top is this plug right here, and then you have some styrofoam as well. So we're going to pull this styrofoam out, and it looks like the entire unit can just be pulled out then straight from the box. It's packaged really well, padded really well. You just have another piece of styrofoam in the bottom of the box. We're going to put that to the side for just a second, and we're going to pull this air fryer out. Now there's this is protectant from any scratches or anything like that as it's getting shipped. So we're going to pull this off and see the air fryer. Now, this air fryer in particular, I'm already noticing it has a pretty small footprint, meaning I've used a lot of other air fryers, and the amount of real estate they take on a countertop can be intense. This one is a little bit less. There's a trade-off though. You do trade for a slightly smaller basket, maybe, depending on the depth. This one is, I've compared a lot of air fryers, and this one is already, I'm noticing the basket is a little bit smaller than most. So you also have a safety tag right here in the drawer. And then there's these pieces of tape that you'll need to take off to be able to open up the drawer. So I'm just going to take those pieces of tape off, and we're going to open the drawer. Now, don't just right away turn the plug it in and turn it on, obviously, because you've got paper inside the drawer and this will burn up. That'll be a bad situation. So just make sure you get all that packaging out. And then what you're going to want to do when you first get your air fryer is you want to clean the inside of the air fryer really, really well, both this and the grate. And then put the grate in the basket. Oh, I'm putting it upside down. Put the grate inside the basket, pop it in the air fryer, and then run the air fryer empty for 10 minutes at a high temperature. This is going to cleanse the air fryer of any impurities or anything that got into it while it's in the factory. You just want to make sure it's really nice and clean before you start cooking your food in it to get all that sort of stuff out. I'm noticing I like the action on the drawer. It's really stiff, which I actually like, because sometimes these can accidentally be popped open. It's going to pause, or maybe we'll see if it pauses when it opens or not. But I do like a nice stiff drawer so that it doesn't accidentally come out for any reason. You have a warning sticker. I'm guessing you could take that off pretty easy. I'm not going to try in this video. I'm just noticing now the surfaces. How easy is it going to be able to clean the surfaces on this air fryer? So on the top you've got kind of a stainless steel, but it is coated stainless steel. So there's some nice sheen coating on it, so you can wipe this down. All of this has a high sheen plastic. You can wipe that down. The display is a high sheen display. You can wipe all of it. Looks really, really cleanable, and there's not too many cracks and crevices that can get grease and food and stuff, and this thing starts looking gross after a short amount of time. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Now the cord on the unit is pretty standard for most appliances. You don't find appliances really with longer than a 2.5 to 3 foot cord. So just make sure that you got an outlet handy in the space that you want to use this thing. Also know this, all air fryers exhaust out the back. This vent right here that you see, this is the exhaust for the air fryer. There's going to be heat coming out of this vent. So a lot of people make the mistake and push the air fryer right up against the wall. That can heat up the wall. It shouldn't do any damage, but just know that it needs some space to exhaust on the back side of this air fryer. So let's go ahead and plug this in. so we can see what the display looks like. We've got a nice loud beep to let us know that we've got power, and the LED right there says off. Make sure that there's not a glare on it for you. All right, so the buttons that are available on this air fryer is we've got air fry, roast, broil. Those are presets. They're going to preset your temperature and your time. You also have bake, reheat, and dehydrate. So each one of those, when you select them, all they're going to do is going to select the time and the temperature that is most common for that mode. Now you're gonna want to you also on the panel here you have time and temperature and cancel and start. And the cancel and start don't appear until you've selected a mode, which is helpful. Because they want you to select a mode first, and the mode blinks so it's very clear which mode you're in at any given time. Once you pick your mode, you can select temperature and you can adjust your temperature with this knob right here, and then you can push it to set it, which is really nice once you get the temperature there. I like the knob action rather than pushing a button over and over and over and over again. I think this knob is a really nice touch over all the air fryers that I've reviewed. And when you don't have temp or time selected, the knob doesn't do anything, so you can't accidentally change it. Now, each one of these, as I said, is going to have a different time and temperature correlated with it. So bake is like 350. If whatever you're baking needs more temperature, you just select that, or more time or less time. You get the point. The one interesting one is, so when we're in bake, or let's just do air fry. When we're in air fry, the max time that we can set it for is probably an hour. Let's see, yep, 1 hour. So that's the max air fry time. That's probably gonna be the case for air fry, roast, broil, bake, and reheat. When reheat, reheat, the max is 10. Oh no, I don't have it selected, sorry. Reheat, the max looks like it's still an hour. Now, when you hit dehydrate, that's gonna change things a little bit. Because dehydration goes for so long, now it's set at 130 degrees, you can adjust that, and it has it for 8 hours. When you do time, you can probably, let's see here, how many hours it'll let us go for. On the dehydrate setting, you can actually go for 72 hours, which is awesome. A lot of these air fryers cap out at 12 hours on the dehydrate, and then you have to, not many things dehydrate in 12 hours, so you have to come back and reset it. This can actually run for 2 days, which is necessary for some things that you're dehydrating, depending on what it is that you're dehydrating. That's a really cool, unique feature that I've never seen in an air fryer before. So in order to start, all you do is hit the start button and it starts, gives you a loud beep to let you know that it's going, and then it goes. If for any reason you want to cancel the cook before it's done, you can just hit cancel right here. I do want to test though to see if it stops when I open the drawer or if it just keeps going. And it does automatically pause when I pull the drawer out. I've seen some air fryers that don't, and it really bugs me that it keeps running when the drawer's open. Now, as soon as I put the drawer back in, it just resumes exactly what it was doing. So I can cancel this cook right here. All right, my friends, that's it. This seems like it's gonna be a very useful, very cool little unit. I can't wait, like I mentioned before, I can't wait to get in the kitchen and start using it. But I hope this video has been helpful so that you get an understanding of how to get going with your air fryer, how to get it out of the box and start using it. And thanks so much for watching. Peace.